It's another Saturday and I just got my presses over here. I bought this about a month ago and it just got delivered. This is one of the presses that I have. I had this kind of press, which is, I would say, quite traditional. Then I have this kind of press that we all always use, this kind of bearings, and the very traditional spoons. So but for this one, it's actually just an upgraded of this, and it's gonna be with the ball bearings, and this one, it's really a lot more expensive than any of the equipment that I ever bought. So let's open this and see how everything works. And I'm going to test it on several things that I wanted to reprint, and I thought, why not make this a chance to do that? Okay, so I just open up like this too, and it's really heavy. Like, it's really heavy. A lot heavier than I thought, because this on the plastic ones are really light, and the stainless steel one that I'm holding on right now, it's like over here, this apparently is 550 grams and this is 1.6 kilograms. So if I'm gonna be pressing either of this on a piece of paper, it's gonna be pressed really nicely. So I'm really excited to try it on, and yeah, just really excited to try this on the paper and the press I'm gonna be printing it on. Okay, So I just finished testing out both of this, the bigger one and the smaller one. And I would like to say that I am printing on like an A5 size, which is kind of small. It's about this kind of size. And I would say that the smaller press really works a lot better than the bigger one. Especially since the ball bearing over here, they tend to be smaller and tighter. So that means that you can press on the colors or on the prints a little bit better, and you can capture the details a bit better. So I would say that this will be better in the bigger one, as also advertised by them. But I decided to just try it out on both because I don't have any big prints at this point of time. And I would like to say that both of these prints are not too bad. I'm not too sure whether they are worth the prices or not, because I've not used extensively and I'm not too sure how this equipment works. But I'm gonna use it more in the next few weeks to see how it works. But I would say that some of these prints are not able to give me the colors that I want. I thought maybe perhaps I've not printed out perfectly, or rather roll the ink perfectly to the point that the molds itself are inked enough. And as you can see over here, there are some pockets of areas that are not printed well. So that was the concern that I had. And I think it's especially true when you use the bigger press. So the smaller press really works well on finding the smaller areas. But maybe I am also not pressing really hard. I'm really just like floating it around. So maybe in the next time that I use it, I'm probably gonna try pressing it harder. And the first one that I printed was the orange, but I also printed out the black, which is the one on trees. So the black ones, I thought it was beautiful because it is able to print certain areas that I didn't want it to print, and I can control where I'm pressing. So for example, for this print itself, I think I accidentally inked this corner of the mold, this tiny corner over here, which is not great because that means if I use the flat press, it's going to press on every single thing. But for this particular variant that I'm using, I can control where my variants are, and that means that I don't necessarily print on the uglier side of that mold, and everything else works completely fine. I think what I'm probably not used to is probably this pockets of area that's not printed, and I probably need to press a lot harder. So despite the weight that it has, I think I still need to put in a bit of strength, like how I use on my presses, on my orange press that I use all the time. But yeah, I think it's something that I'm not too sure whether it's worth investing, but I think it's something that I will have to probably evaluate further in the coming weeks.